Oh my god, bitch, you guessed it. Hi! Welcome, y'all. I'm Brandy Knight Shanti Tech Car. If you're new here, welcome. And if you are not new here, welcome. Today I want to talk about how to actually be a rad parent. We're going to talk about it today. My two favorite tips that are, I'm not going to say easy, but we're going to make them real clear. So if you might be a parent who is having a fucking moment, I'm hoping that these two points of interest and how we're gonna reframe and just like break it down are gonna be providing some real step-by-step success for you. Yeah, and your child. And your children. But for our cheers moment, P.S. I'm not sponsored, but I am practicing because I am calling that shit in. Brand partnership, here we go. Okay, this is so good. Y'all know I love my Ryze. Okay, this is they're like hot chocolate, mushroom hot cocoa. What does it have in it? It has reishi, stress relief, cacao, all kinds of awesome stuff when it comes to like ceremonial grade cacao, chicory, digestion, L-theanine, cognitive function, melatonin for sleep support. You can, this is meant to be an evening drink, but I'll put it in like the regular mushroom coffee and like make myself a little mocha. All right. Why are we here? Healthy freaking parenting. Now I know that this channel has a worldwide audience and I am so freaking grateful for you all who are watching. So this may or may not translate to what you got cooking in your particular culture. So take it all with a grain of salt. This is not meant to be any type of medical advice. This is all meant to be education, as I am a professional when it comes to emotional health and life coaching, among a bunch of other shit. Okay. All right, so let's get into this first piece of what I want to go over. And that is, how many of us have heard, do as I say, not as I do? Did you grow up with that? Maybe you did. Are you participating in this type of parenting? Do as I say, not as I do. Because honey, we are coming out of this old school, outdated Piscean era of hypocrisy. In the new way, the golden age, we're coming into this golden age, which looks like and requires integrity. And how we're going to reframe that is, do as I do. Now here's the thing, that's already taking place. And so it's up to us, especially as parents, to get on board with that's literally how we parent. We set the example. That's it. A very small, if any, portion or percentage of do as I say, not as I do, actually makes a dent when it comes to parenting. Okay, it's always do as I do. Again, that's already happening, but my invitation to you and to myself as a parent, as we all strive to be the healthiest parent we can, to really support these wondrous frickin' kids that are here on the planet right now and for generations to come, is be sober and aware. And what I mean sober, I mean just like shatter the illusion that it's any other way, because it really is only do as I fucking do. Okay, so wake up to that and ask yourself, what kind of example are you setting? Look at your child's behavior. Maybe it's awesome. Maybe this doesn't apply to you, but maybe you could soak this in and maybe extend it to somebody else that you're witnessing. And maybe that person that you're witnessing is asking for help and support. Ask them, well, what behavior are you witnessing from your child that might not be, I don't know, the best match for you? Okay, now take a look at, well, real talk. Are they just doing what you're doing? Are they mirroring or mimicking your own behavior? Now, chances are the answer is going to always be yes. However, is the parent willing to admit it? Oftentimes, no, because it requires that person to really dig deep when it comes to integrity and look at the fact that, yeah, they might be parenting from a hypocritical space. I've done it. We've all done it. Right? So this isn't judgment time. This is like, let's shatter the illusion and be the best version that we can be when it comes to just an individual human on the planet and as a parent. All right, so an example, I'll take like screen times or being on a phone. Let's say a kid has a phone and they're on the phone, and I get this from clients often too. It's just like, the parents carve out a specific amount of time for the kid to be on the phone, and then that time limit comes up, but yet the parent's still on the phone or on the device, and the kid's just like, well, why do I have to get off the phone when you're still on it? And then the reply from the parent is like, because I'm the adult and you're the kid. Dude, what? Like, I get that to a certain extent, especially if the parent was raised with that kind of do as I say, not as I do parenting. But when these kids that are on the planet right now are freaking smart and they are fueled with integrity, and that integrity rubs people the wrong way, especially if they're being raised by parents that weren't raised with integrity, and then they just kind of pass that along. All right, so do as I do. This is the era of do as I do. So if you're requiring your child to take a break from being on devices like a phone or a tablet, have them witness you monitor your own device use so they can see it. Again, do as I do. Maybe it's not necessarily at the same time that your child is taking a break, but it's really important for them to witness, because do as I do is the only parenting that truly makes an impact long term, especially. They need to witness you leading by example. Maybe it is you guys carve out the same amount of time. Okay, we have 30 minutes to blast out this game or work on my emails or do the whatever, and then the timer goes off, and then we both go outside, or we both go do this, or we both go do that, right? So you could either make it the same exact amount of time at the same time, or as long as the child is witnessing the same kind of mirrored behavior by you as the parent that you're requesting of the child. They need to be able to witness, not just out of integrity, but also mirroring and mimicking. Most children learn by example, visual learners, right? Oh, that's how they do that. And I'm still a visual learner. I really thrive when I'm taking a class and I'm witnessing the teacher do the thing instead of just like being taught it through words. I mean, I am at a place now where I'm better and I can really see visually when someone's offering a verbal teaching. But where I thrive and really get it going, especially if it's like a physical thing that I'm learning, with my body, I want to see it done and then I do it. Yeah. All right, so that's kind of opportunity for you to do some self-psychology if you're a parent who's kind of facing this kind of like, well, what the fuck moment. And I know this is not comfortable, and I know that this may or may not win me any points with the audience, but I'm not here to win points. I'm here to really set an example so we can carve out the golden age and all live our best fucking lives. And on our deathbed, we're not fueled with regret, okay? Big question. Are you parenting from the space of do as I say, not as I do? Or are you parenting from the space of do as I do? And are you proud with the example that you're setting? Are you setting the example of what it is that you're asking them to do? Or are you being a hypocrite? Real talk. I mean, I've been there, no judgment, but it's just like, let's clean it up. Yeah. Okay, cool. Number 2, let's get into this whole concept of positive punishment, negative reinforcement, which is what I see oftentimes in parenting, versus negative punishment and positive reinforcement. And let's break down what those two are. All right, so positive punishment doesn't mean positive like yay. It means positive, I'm adding something to the equation. And most often when a parent is punishing a child for this, that, or the other, what they're doing is they're introducing that's a punch. Hopefully not a punch, but that was like me packing kind of like the theoretical punch of an added punishment, meaning you fucked up, you're gonna do the chore, or maybe it looks like a spank, or something is added to the equation. And then that's a whole ball of wax that we are going to get into why that's not actually beneficial. And then the negative reinforcement looks like the child is doing something that we want to highlight as a parent and celebrate. Yes, that's behavior I'm looking for. And instead of honoring, celebrating, and adding that celebration to the equation of the child participating in the wanted behavior, there's nothing. It's not even noticed. It's not talked about. It's not celebrated. So basically, that's that. Like, the negative doesn't mean like bad. It just means something gets taken away. And in this case, it's attention or a verbal cue, verbal celebration. Okay. All right, so that is the breakdown of positive punishment. You're adding something into the equation to punish the child, and negative reinforcement. You're taking away something like attention or a verbal cue, or maybe even affection or something like that when the child is participating in a wanted behavior. And instead, what we want as awesome, healthy parents that are fueled with integrity, we want to do the opposite. So we're looking at negative punishment and positive reinforcement. So an example of negative punishment looks like this. Let's say the child is participating in unwanted or unhealthy behavior for them. Okay, that's what we want to look at. What's the unhealthy behavior for them, not the unhealthy behavior for you, because oftentimes parents go into like, well, that feels unhealthy for me. Now, what they truly mean is like, I don't like that behavior, and that whether you like it or not is irrelevant. We want to look at, is that healthy for the child or not healthy for the child? Is it healthy for the dynamic or not healthy for the dynamic? And healthy is a lot different than like or dislike. Okay. Okay, and we can really start to like clear that up with the first segment that we just talked about, okay, which looks like do as I do and be a parent that's fueled with integrity. All right, so when we're looking at negative punishment, when there is the behavior that's the unwanted or unhealthy behavior, we're going to remove something from the equation. That could look like I'm going to take the phone away for a period of time, or I'm going to take the whatever away for a period of time. And that's the punishment. Instead of like, I'm going to add a spanking, I'm going to remove the phone. Okay, that's negative punishment. We're removing, subtracting something from the equation. And then when the child is participating in a wanted and healthy behavior, then we're going to celebrate that. Like, we're going to point it out. We're going to like throw it a party. We're going to do all the things like, oh my gosh, yes, thank you so much. That was wonderful. What a good job. Yes, yes, yes. Hugs, affection, all of the things. We're going to give the attention and the celebration. That's the positive reinforcement to the wanted behavior, because we want people to ride the high from the positive, healthy attention. Because at the end of the day, most of us are so fucked and starved for actual physical affection. Real talk, that's another episode, that we will participate, we see kids participating in like the no behaviors because they know that they're going to be getting a positive punishment, and something's better than nothing at some point, even though it's not. But that's how the brain's been trained, because most parents are parenting from do as I say and not as I do. Yeah. So that was kind of a big unpack. I know it's complex, but I also know that you're all fucking geniuses. And again, I'm not here to make friends necessarily in these particular videos. I'm here to offer this as a service, as a piece of education for my current clients, for my future clients, or for people that might not be able to work with me one-on-one, but still are really hungry for some resource that they might not be able to find anywhere else. You know, this is the stuff that I specialize in. I carve my life around it. This is part of my life's work, because why? I want myself and you to live your last fucking moments proud, fueled with integrity, beaming with success and victory, instead of being riddled with regret and sorrow and heartbreak. Okay, that's on a soul level. This is part of your soul's mission. All right, so that was kind of serious, I know, but I want to thank you all so much for being here, being a part of this community and this channel. It means so freaking much. We're just getting this party started. This is just the first year. I mean, what? I'm in it to win it, here for the long haul, here to support you. And again, take it or leave it. This might not be a match for you. That's okay. Go find somebody else that is. All right. But if it is, I hope this is beneficial. Leave some comments down below if you have questions. I'll do my best to answer, you know, in a way that feels supportive to you and, yeah, just please know that I really care about you all, and I am so pumped on this community. Cheers, bitches. Oh, mwah. Satnam.